They reached out, but don't reply until you see this. Stoicism, modern stoic. He who loves not wisely but too well often loses himself. Adapted from Shakespeare. Sometimes those who left without a word come back, not to heal but to test if you're still broken. But you're no longer that man. They vanished as if you didn't exist. Days turned to weeks, maybe months. You felt the sting, the waiting, but you never begged. You didn't chase. Now, out of nowhere, they drop a casual, "Hey, how have you been?" As if nothing ever happened. Stop. This isn't just a simple message, it's a challenge. A challenge to see if you remain the same man they once walked away from, to see if they still hold power over your emotions. How you respond, or if you don't, will reveal where you stand today. In Stoicism, the strength lies not in the initial reaction, but in the deliberate response. So before you type a word, pause. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, will this exchange protect my peace or shatter it? You've earned your strength through solitude. You've rebuilt yourself piece by piece. This isn't about bitterness. It's about growth. Speak only if your words reflect the man you've become, not the boy they tried to control. Let your silence carry weight, or let your words reflect wisdom, but never give them the satisfaction of knowing they still command your attention. Today's affirmation: I respond with intention, not impulse. If you're ready to own your story, drop this affirmation in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more insights to keep your mind steady and your power intact. Remember, you are not the one left behind. You are the one who moved forward. Number 1. Why they reached out. Before you even think about replying to that message, it's important to understand exactly why they reached out. They didn't suddenly have a spiritual awakening or realize how much they truly love you. They didn't spend sleepless nights full of regret, desperate to fix things. No, what sparked their message wasn't love. It was your silence. That silence, the kind that speaks louder than any words. When you stopped reacting, stopped feeding their ego, and started living like a man who values his peace more than chaos. That's when they noticed, not because they miss you, but because they miss the attention you gave them. People rarely miss you. They miss the version of themselves they saw reflected in your validation and responses. When that attention dries up, their ego becomes restless, whispering doubts like, why hasn't he texted? Is he done with me? Has he moved on? Is someone else there now? But understand, this isn't a message sent from regret or love. It's a test, designed to see if they still have control or access to you. It's not affection, it's control disguised as curiosity. Here's where modern stoicism comes into play. When someone leaves your life after you've invested time, energy, and emotion, they expect you to chase, apologize, and prove your worth. That's their default assumption. But when you don't chase, when you stay composed instead of craving, the power flips. They start doubting themselves because your silence unsettles them. Your restraint speaks volumes because you're not begging or chasing anymore. You've become unavailable, not out of pettiness, but out of principle. This emotional discipline is your strength. As Epictetus said, no man is free who is not master of himself. Your freedom is in controlling your emotions, not theirs. When you resist replying from old habits, you reclaim control of your life. You show your time, presence, and attention are privileges, not entitlements. To make this more relatable, think about your daily life. Imagine a coworker or acquaintance who used to constantly seek your validation, always wanting your approval, always fishing for attention in meetings or conversations. Then one day, you stop reacting to their attempts. You stop engaging in their games. You maintain your focus, keep your calm, and choose peace over petty drama. Slowly, they start reaching out again, trying to test if you're still there for them. Their messages or comments are not genuine efforts to connect, but attempts to see if they can regain control of your attention. The same happens in relationships. A person who once thrived on your emotional responses may reappear, not out of love, but to see if you'll fall back into the pattern. Real life is full of these tests disguised as casual messages or unexpected calls. The question is, Will you respond out of habit, or will you hold your ground and protect your peace? Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your strength isn't in responding to every message, but in discerning when a reply is truly deserved. This is your moment to stand tall, protect your peace, and honor your growth. You've worked hard to become a man who doesn't need approval to feel whole. Let them wonder why you stay silent. Let your silence carry the weight of your dignity and self-mastery. If you face this yourself, when someone returned just to test if they still had a hold on your heart, share your experience in the comments. I want to hear from strong men who've walked this path. Let's build a community that sharpens each other, a community of noble minds refusing to be manipulated by fleeting texts or hollow words. This is modern Stoicism in action. Emotional discipline, personal power, and peace of mind. Comment this affirmation to own your truth. I am master of my emotions and protector of my peace. Number 2, don't rush your decision. Don't rush your decision. This advice may seem straightforward, yet it carries profound depth that resonates strongly when you pause to consider its implications in a world that rewards immediacy and rapid reactions. When someone reaches out to you, whether it's a message from an old acquaintance, an unexpected proposal, or a sudden invitation, the natural impulse is to respond quickly, to engage before overthinking sets in. But modern Stoicism reminds us that the power lies not in speed, but in the quality and intention behind our response. In the moments before you reply, there's an opportunity to practice restraint and reflection, to move away from emotional impulsiveness and toward thoughtful deliberation. The ancient Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, consistently emphasize that our true strength is revealed not by external events, but by how we manage our internal world, our thoughts, emotions, and decisions. Imagine standing at a crossroads. One path leads to a quick, reactive answer that may satisfy immediate curiosity, but could entangle you in unforeseen complications. The other path, though slower and less certain, offers the chance to align your response with your values, goals, and inner peace. This is the essence of not rushing your decision. In today's digital era, where instant messaging and social media foster a culture of immediate gratification, this ancient wisdom stands as a powerful counterbalance. The pause, the deliberate moment of quiet reflection before engaging, acts like a buffer zone between stimulus and response. It allows you to sift through your feelings, assess the context, and envision the potential consequences of your words or actions. Epictetus is teaching that it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, encapsulates this perfectly. By holding back your reply until you have fully understood the situation, you exercise mastery over your impulses, avoiding the trap of reactionary behavior that often leads to regret or unnecessary conflict. This is especially relevant for men between 35 and 70, a phase of life where wisdom and experience meet complex emotional landscapes. Relationships are more nuanced, careers may be evolving or winding down, and priorities shift with time. Responding thoughtfully rather than hastily preserves your mental and emotional energy, enabling you to maintain clarity and purpose. When someone reaches out unexpectedly, remember that you are not obligated to fill every silence immediately. Sometimes, silence itself is a form of strength, signaling that you are choosing your response carefully rather than reacting out of habit or pressure. Modern life bombards us with noise and urgency, yet the Stoic path invites you to reclaim your time and mental space by embracing patience. This doesn't mean avoiding decisions or being passive. It means cultivating the discipline to wait until your mind is clear, your heart steady, and your intention genuine. The story of the oak tree enduring storms while bending but not breaking is a fitting metaphor here. Steadiness and resilience come from rootedness, not rash movement. Every decision you face, especially those involving communication with others, is an opportunity to practice this rootedness. Rather than replying immediately to a message that stirs emotion, whether excitement, anger, or nostalgia, allow yourself to step back and view the bigger picture. Ask yourself what outcome you truly desire and how your response aligns with your values. This approach transforms your interactions from reactive exchanges into purposeful conversations, fostering respect for yourself and others. In a world driven by speed, remember that true power comes from the ability to control your timing. By not rushing your decisions, you create space for wisdom to grow, for clarity to emerge, and for peace to settle within. Embrace this modern Stoic principle as a guiding compass, and you will find that each deliberate response strengthens your character and enriches your life experience. Patience isn't just waiting, it's active, mindful choice, a practice that modern men can adopt to navigate life's complexities with grace and strength. So next time someone reaches out, resist the urge to reply immediately. Instead, pause, reflect, and respond when you are truly ready, because your best decisions always come from a place of calm and clarity, not haste. Number 3, guard your energy. They reached out, but don't reply, yet. Before you give away a single ounce of your attention or energy, guard it fiercely. Guard it like a warrior protects his fortress, because once your energy is spent, once you let it slip through your fingers, it's gone. Not tomorrow, not later, it's gone now. You control your energy. You decide who deserves it. In a world that constantly demands your time, your thoughts, your emotions, your very being, guarding your energy is the ultimate act of power. The ancient Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Energy is the currency of strength. Protect it, channel it, dominate your world by mastering your own inner fortress. Imagine a man standing at a crossroads. On one side, distractions screaming for his attention. On the other, calm, clarity, and purpose. Which path will he take? The path of yielding to every call, every message, every demand? Or the path of a modern Stoic, unyielding, focused, self-controlled? This is your choice. It is your battlefield. To guard your energy means you say no to the unnecessary noise, the draining conversations, the toxic demands disguised as urgency. It means you say no to drama that doesn't serve your mission. It means you say no to people who do not honor your time or your worth. Because every yes to the wrong thing is a no to your own greatness. Remember Seneca, who warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Your energy is tied to your time. When you give your energy away to the wrong things, you're wasting your life's most precious resource. The clock is ticking. Your energy is finite. Guard it like a treasure. Protect it as though your future depends on it, because it does. This isn't a request, it is a command. Do not give in to the pressure of constant availability. In modern life, with its endless pings and buzzes, availability has become a trap that pulls you away from your goals, your peace, your purpose. You are not a servant to your phone, you are a master of your domain. Let me tell you a story. A man I know was drowning in demands, calls, emails, messages. He said yes to all of them. His energy drained, his focus shattered. He was a shadow of himself, exhausted and defeated. One day he made a decision. He began guarding his energy like a general protecting his army. He turned off notifications, set boundaries, and refused to engage unless it aligned with his mission. Within weeks, he reclaimed his power. His work improved. His relationships deepened. His life transformed. This man became a modern Stoic, calm, deliberate, in control. This story is your call to action. It is your blueprint for power. Guarding your energy is not selfishness. It is survival. It is not arrogance. It is mastery. When you protect your energy, you become a force to be reckoned with. You radiate confidence because you know your worth. You make decisions that serve your highest self, not the lowest common denominator of distraction. This is the secret weapon of every successful man. As Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Master your energy, master yourself, master your life. Modern Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions. It's about choosing which emotions deserve your energy. It's about cultivating resilience in the face of chaos and maintaining calm amidst the storm. The world will pull you in 1,000 directions. It will test your patience, your resolve, your focus. The weak give in. The strong guard their energy and remain unmoved. They become the eye of the hurricane, a pillar of strength others lean on. That strength starts with you, right here, right now. Here's what you do. Start today. Take stock of where your energy goes. Who drains it? What activities steal your focus? Cut them out ruthlessly. Protect your time as if your life depends on it, because it does. Set clear boundaries. No phone after 8 p.m., no endless scrolling, no engagement with energy vampires disguised as acquaintances. Choose your battles wisely. Protect your peace. Build your fortress. This is not a request. This is a declaration. Your energy is your power. Guard it, own it, rule it. And here's a truth that will shake you. If you don't guard your energy, someone else will. They will suck it dry, leaving you hollow and defeated. Don't let that happen. Be vigilant, be strong. Be the man who commands his energy like a king commands his kingdom. The world needs you sharp, focused, unstoppable. Don't give your power away to chaos and noise. Take control. Reclaim your time, your peace, your life. Now, I want you to act. Like this message, share it with the man who needs to hear it. Comment below with one phrase that shows you're ready to guard your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Subscribe for more wisdom that cuts through the noise and brings you back to your power. Remember this. You do not have to reply immediately. You do not have to be available constantly. You do not have to sacrifice your strength for someone else's convenience. Guard your energy. Become a modern Stoic. Rule your world. This is your command. Own it. Number 4. How to reply. When they finally reach out, after the endless silence, after ghosting you like your presence meant nothing, after walking away as if you were a chapter they never wanted to read again, do not waste your words. Do not flood their inbox with paragraphs filled with emotion or desperate explanations. Do not give them the gift of your vulnerability. Instead, respond with power. One sentence, one line. Hey, hope you're doing well. That's it. Because in that moment, you are no longer writing for them. You are leading yourself. You have shed the old skin of a man who bled emotions through the screen, who chased closure, who begged for validation from someone incapable of appreciating his worth. True power isn't found in how much you say. It's found in what you choose not to say. Marcus Aurelius, the ultimate Stoic emperor, warned us. The best revenge is to be unlike him, who performed the injury. This is the code you now live by. You are no longer a player in their emotional game. You are a modern Stoic. You've mastered your reactions. You've taken control of your emotions, and that mastery burns them more fiercely than any bitter insult ever could. Because they counted on the old you, the man who would chase, unravel himself, explain, beg for attention. But instead, they get silence, power, restraint, a presence so composed it unsettles and intimidates. You replied like a king, calm, concise, decisive. It shakes them to their core. It confuses them. It haunts them long after the message is sent. In a world drowning in oversharing, overreacting, and over-explaining, your silence is a rare and lethal weapon. This is psychological warfare at its finest. The more indifferent you appear, the more they crave your attention. That craving is your victory. That is how men of high value respond, not by begging or breaking down, but by withholding. That one simple reply, "Hope you're doing well," speaks louder than 1,000 desperate words. It declares, "I have moved on. I have evolved. You no longer have access to the man who tolerated being mistreated." This isn't revenge. It's discipline. It's mastery. It's the very essence of Stoicism, controlling your emotions so they don't control you. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." You are rich in self-control, rich in dignity, rich in power because you refuse to be a slave to emotion or circumstance. In modern life, where distractions are endless and emotions run wild. This control is your edge. It means you are the captain of your ship, navigating the storms of rejection and betrayal with steady hands and a calm heart. It means you don't waste your energy on people who don't see your worth. It means you reclaim your time, your respect, and your peace. Imagine the strength it takes to say less, to show less, to give less, yet command more respect, more fear, more admiration. That strength is what separates boys from men, the weak from the powerful. This is not just advice. It is a directive, a call to arms for any man who has been underestimated, overlooked, or disrespected. You will not be the same man who got hurt. You will be the man who learned, who grew, who conquered himself. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. React with power. React with silence. React with the cold, unshakable certainty of a modern Stoic. If this message resonates, if you feel the fire of transformation burning within you, declare it openly. Comment below, I'm not the same man anymore. Like this video, subscribe for relentless Stoic wisdom, and share it with every man who must reclaim his power. Remember, silence is your weapon, restraint your armor, and self-mastery your throne. The world is watching. It is waiting for a leader. It is waiting for you. Step into your power. Step into your legacy. Be that man. Number 5. What happens next? When someone from your past suddenly reaches out, your immediate impulse might be to respond quickly, to fill the silence and engage. But the true measure of your strength lies not in haste, but in deliberate restraint and control. It's crucial to pause, to hold your ground firmly, because your power is found in how you manage this moment. Their reaching out is no casual coincidence. It's a ripple triggered by your silence, a stir of something they thought was long dead or forgotten. But you must understand clearly that a single message is never enough to restore what has been lost. If they genuinely valued you, their efforts wouldn't be half-hearted or inconsistent. They wouldn't test you with vague, sporadic check-ins that only serve to unsettle. Instead, they would show relentless consistency, undeniable commitment, and sincere remorse. This situation is a test, and your response is your declaration of strength and self-mastery. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor and philosopher, said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In this context, their reaching out is the obstacle, but your control, your calm, and your measured response are the path forward. You must respond with power, but never with eagerness. A short, neutral message, something like, "Hey, hope you're doing well," becomes your sword and shield. It signals that you have moved on, that their attempts no longer hold any sway over your mind or your peace. They want to draw you back into their narrative, to regain control of the story that once included you, but you deny them this opportunity. You refuse to play their game. Your calm, clipped replies communicate far more than words ever could. They proclaim you are no longer theirs to command, that you are sovereign. Confucius wisely taught, "He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior," and this is exactly what this moment demands. Not cruelty or bitterness, but mastery. Mastery over your emotions, your time, and your power. You must guard your inner world fiercely. Do not share your innermost thoughts or feelings. Do not give them access to the man you have become. Your silence is your fortress, your calm, your greatest strength. In a world overwhelmed by distractions, emotional turbulence, and impulsive desires, the Stoic mind stands firm, unshaken, unmoved by fleeting regrets or cravings. The power you hold is the power of deliberate disengagement, the ability to make them wait, to create a void that they find uncomfortable and unsettling. This discomfort is your leverage. It is what draws them back again and again. You own the narrative now. Every brief, emotionless reply is a quiet reminder that you have moved forward, that you are no longer a prize to be won back by half-hearted, uncertain attempts. Epictetus, another profound Stoic philosopher, said it best. "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your reaction must be one of control, authority, and unbreakable will. This is modern Stoicism in practice: pragmatic, relentless, and empowering. Old ties, no matter how strong, will always try to pull you back into old patterns, but your mind is your fortress, and your peace, your most valuable asset, is inviolable. You must hold the line and protect your domain fiercely. When they come back again, and they will, you get to decide if you respond. And if so, it will always be on your terms, not theirs. This is your victory, your reclaiming of power. You are not defined by their attempts to disrupt your peace, but by your ability to maintain control and sovereignty over your life. I challenge you now to share your strategy in the comments below. How do you keep your composure and maintain control when someone from your past tries to re-enter your life? How do you guard your peace in those challenging moments? Like, comment, subscribe, and declare loudly, "I am the master of my peace, the ruler of my destiny." Remember, the battlefield of your life is in your hands. Every reply, every silence is a weapon. Use them wisely, win decisively. This is not just a lesson in restraint, it is a profound practice in reclaiming your power, standing tall as the architect of your own destiny. Number 6. Use this as a reflection moment. When someone reaches out to you unexpectedly, whether it's an old friend, a past partner, or a colleague, the immediate urge might be to respond quickly, sometimes out of habit, curiosity, or even the fear of missing out. But this moment of contact offers more than just a chance to reconnect. It presents a crucial opportunity to pause, reflect, and engage with your emotions and values before reacting. In the world of modern Stoicism, this pause is not just a delay, it's a powerful reflection moment. The ancient Stoics taught that our peace and strength come not from controlling external events, but from mastering our internal responses. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and a prominent Stoic, once advised that when faced with any situation, we should remind ourselves, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Applying this wisdom means when you get that unexpected message or call, you don't have to rush in with a knee-jerk reaction. Instead, you use the pause to consider your own values, the motives behind the contact, and how responding fits into your life and peace of mind. In today's fast-paced digital world, where instant replies and constant connectivity create pressure to always be on, this moment to reflect feels more urgent and rare. The modern Stoic approach is to treat such moments as chances to regain control over your own time and energy. When someone reaches out, it's natural to feel a surge of emotions: excitement, nostalgia, anxiety, or even skepticism. These feelings are valid, but they shouldn't dictate your actions. Instead, ask yourself, what does my gut tell me about this interaction? Am I replying to ease my own discomfort, or because this aligns with who I want to be? By practicing this kind of emotional self-awareness, you strengthen your inner fortress, much like the Stoic sage who stands unmoved by external turbulence. The metaphor of a calm lake is helpful here. Just as the water remains still even when the wind stirs the surface, your mind can remain steady despite external disturbances. This doesn't mean you ignore the message or the person reaching out. Rather, you respond with intention, not reaction. Perhaps the person reaching out has unresolved issues, needs forgiveness, or seeks closure, but your role is to decide when and how to engage in a way that preserves your dignity and well-being. This is not about arrogance or coldness, but about respect for your own boundaries. After all, responding impulsively to every outreach risks entangling you in unnecessary drama or emotional exhaustion. Imagine the modern Stoic as a skilled gardener tending to a vast garden of relationships. Not every seed sprouted or weed uprooted requires immediate attention. Some connections flourish with nurturing, while others must be pruned or left to wither, freeing up space for growth in more meaningful areas of life. By taking this reflective pause before replying, you're effectively tending your garden with wisdom and care. This mindset shift is particularly vital for men in midlife and beyond, who often juggle multiple responsibilities: family, career, health, and personal growth. Every response you give can either add to your energy or drain it, so choosing when to engage becomes a tool for living intentionally. Furthermore, reflecting before replying ties into the broader Stoic discipline of assent, where you don't automatically accept every impression or emotion, but examine and judge its worth. This internal check acts as a gatekeeper, allowing only the valuable thoughts and feelings to influence your behavior. In modern terms, think of it like filtering your emails. Some require immediate action, some can be archived for later, and others may need no reply at all. Practicing this mental discipline leads to better emotional regulation and clearer, more purposeful communication. Over time, this approach builds resilience, helping you face life's uncertainties without losing your balance. To put this into practice, start by recognizing that the urge to reply immediately is often driven by habitual conditioning rather than conscious choice. Pause and breathe before you type or speak. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? What is the best outcome I want from this interaction? Sometimes, simply delaying your response by a few hours, or even a day, gives you clarity and perspective. You might realize that silence itself is the wisest answer, or that a carefully considered message will convey your thoughts better than a rushed one. This slow, thoughtful approach to communication mirrors the Stoic commitment to living in accordance with reason rather than impulse. Remember, this reflection moment isn't just about others. It's about honoring your own journey toward greater self-mastery. Modern Stoicism isn't a cold, detached philosophy, but a practical guide to thriving amidst life's challenges, especially in midlife and beyond, when wisdom and calm become our greatest allies. So next time someone reaches out and you feel that quick pulse to reply, resist the urge. Instead, step back, breathe deeply, and use that moment as a powerful reflection. It will help you respond not from reaction, but from strength, clarity, and your truest self. Final thoughts. If they truly miss you, they'll prove it. No empty words, no half-hearted gestures. If they regret losing you, they'll fight for you with relentless determination. But if all they send is one weak, hollow message, let them watch as you move on. Let them see the unshakable force you've become, the version of yourself they once discarded, but now can never touch. You've been waiting, replaying every word, craving a sign, hoping for a change that might never come. Listen carefully. You are not the broken person they left behind. They expected you to crumble, to chase, to wait silently until they decided your value again. But you didn't. You rose. Your silence is no weakness, it's your fortress. They feel your absence now. They see the strength you've built in the shadows, the transformation they never anticipated. So when that text arrives, do not let it shake your peace. Do not let it dismantle the empire of self-control and dignity you have constructed. If they genuinely miss you, they will show it. Day after day, action after action. They will prove their regret by fighting to reclaim what they lost. But if their words are shallow and vague, let them watch you step forward without a backward glance. Let them realize you no longer belong to their game, no longer answer to their call. This is not about manipulation or petty revenge. It is about reclaiming your life, your power, your peace. It is about setting the standard that no one else controls your worth. Your silence echoes louder than their empty promises. It forces them to confront the consequences of their choices. They thought they could walk away and return at will. But you have evolved. You have become a man who stands unbreakable, immovable, undefeated. When that message comes, respond with calm authority, short, neutral, unwavering. Refuse to feed their hunger for emotional chaos. Refuse to give them any power over your mind, your heart, your future. Let them feel the weight of their absence. Let them watch you build a life and a self that they can never reach again. If they truly want you, they'll prove it with unwavering effort, real change, and fierce commitment. Anything less is their loss, not yours. Drop this affirmation now in the comments. I control the conversation, not them. Claim that truth. Own that power. Share this message. Like, comment, subscribe. Because what you're building quietly inside is a version of yourself that no one can ever take away. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, a master of Stoic wisdom. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Stand firm, stand strong, move forward, unstoppable, unshakable, victorious.